This is gonna be a nice sidewalk talk.
Yeah.
Sidewalk talk. Beach edition. Start.
All right.
Hey guys, Gina with Sidewalk Talk. Today I am with Manila Killa.
What's up, everybody?
We're in beautiful, hot Long
today.
Beach, right next to the beach today. We're going to jump into Q&As.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We don't have to walk so fast.
Are we walking fast?
No,
no. Okay. Oh yeah. This is a way better pace.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were walking so fast. Okay. All right. First question. Usually the question that we end our interviews with.
Okay.
What do you want to be remembered for?
What do I want to be remembered for?
Do you remember what you said like 4 or 5 years ago?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I answer it first and then I'll tell you.
Oh man. Okay. What do I want to be remembered for? Music, honestly. I feel like music is kind of like a language that can transcend time, and so if I were to just leave something behind before, like when I'm gone, it's just to be my music, and I hope that that music can inspire and touch other people. So yeah.
That's exactly what you...
Wait, really?
That's not exactly what you said. But you
Okay.
said my music.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you said like music is a direct expression of like my feelings and like all that other stuff of where I am, and it's like kind of like a timeline of how you're feeling.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Nice. He's
wow,
consistent.
You didn't even remember. Do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert?
I would consider myself kind of both.
Ambivert.
Yeah, ambivert. I feel like I am, because like I really do need time to stay at home and recharge and be alone. But at the same time, like when I'm connecting with people in person or like at shows, like that really gives me a lot of energy.
Aww.
So
what's your favorite like show memory?
Oh my god.
Do you have one?
I mean, there's so many
like a
that
memorable,
it's
like you'll never forget.
I mean, yeah. So I think I played the Do Lab stage at Coachella as Hotel Garuda, and that was kind of like that was like a huge milestone for me, because I had been watching videos of Coachella for years and years and years, and then to finally go there and play it was just like unbelievable.
Yeah, Wow, I've always wanted to go to Coachella. Was that your first time going?
That was my first time, and that was
your first time going to Coachella.
Yeah,
was playing.
Yeah. I kind of told myself like I'm not gonna go to Coachella until I play it, and then I did it. So.
Oh wow! How do you think you've grown as a person since you first started?
Oh my god.
Because you've been in the music industry for how long?
Yeah, I mean, I would like date it back to like, I think like 2014 is kind of when I started really getting into it.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, since then, like, as a person and a musician, I think I've really matured. And what I mean by that is that I'm a lot more intentional with what I do and the kind of music that I make. And I'm also just like a lot more patient. I feel like in the past I was always like, I gotta keep going, I gotta do this, gotta do that. But like now I realize that it's best if you just like take a step back and kind of just consider all your options and just be intentional.
What do you think is the biggest lesson that you learned in the music industry?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I honestly, I think patience.
Patience?
Like, yeah.
In what way? Like putting out music or like...
I think it's like being patient in terms of realizing that like not everything is gonna work out. I mean, in the music industry, a lot of things tend to just not work out. Like even on my last album, I was going back and forth with like a ton of collaborators, like hoping that some collaborators would work with me, and then sometimes like things just like fell through. So it's like, it's kind of realizing that like you gotta lower your expectations and just be patient and be grateful for what's happening.
Do you have any regrets as far as like if you could go back in time, like I would change this or something?
Yeah, I would say my like biggest regret, it doesn't like bother me that much, but my biggest regret is kind of not sticking to one certain sound. I think
really?
Yeah,
because I feel like now there's like this like almost like this shift, like artists like they don't want to be tied down to one sound.
Right, yeah.
They want to like branch out and do like a dubstep track and a house track and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think that's cool and all, but I think when it comes to building a fan base or getting people to recognize your sound, I think having a very identifiable sound is really important. And I kind of wish I took more time to think about how I can make all my songs cohesive. Because like they are cohesive in the sense that they're all kind of like, they have that emotional aspect of it.
Yeah, your music's very emotional.
Yeah. I always make sure that every song is like pretty emotional.
That's awesome.
But like in terms of like the sound palette and stuff like that, like I do wish I was a little more consistent.
I see. And when, at what point did you really find that?
Honestly, it was over COVID. Like,
really?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people found themselves during COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely one of those people who like kind of found themselves and kind of started to begin to be really comfortable with like who I am as a person.
That's awesome.
So yeah, like I had a lot of time to just reflect and think about what I wanted to do with my music and stuff, and that's when I took a step back and like thought about my roots and like the music that I grew up on, and I was like, okay, I want to really focus and laser in and hone in on that. So.
What do you consider the ultimate comfort food?
Oh man, these questions.
The ultimate comfort.
The ultimate comfort food.
Yeah.
Okay. I would honestly say congee.
What's congee?
Congee is that's like I think that's the Chinese term for it, but it's like a rice porridge. Yeah, it's like a rice porridge. Yeah.
Oh, that's my comfort
really?
food. But like the Korean version, like I know and try like they like season it like really yummy and stuff.
Yeah.
But Korea, it's just like literally just rice
Pretty
and
bare
water.
bones?
Just
Okay.
bare and just like put a little bit of soy sauce and sesame oil.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly
that's it.
Yeah, that's
oh
exactly
wow.
it. Yeah, and like that's what I ate a lot over COVID. You know, to like stretch meals and stuff, and just to like kind of feel more comfortable. So
yeah. What other foods? What are your favorite foods?
Oh man, my favorite foods.
Those
Honestly,
are really good comfort foods.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite foods, man, right now, like California burritos. Like I love California burritos right now.
California burritos.
Yeah, my favorite food always changes, but lately I've been on that kick.
That sounds delicious. I'm so hungry right now. Wait, have you gone, since you're in Long Beach, have you gone to Amatoli?
I've not. I've never heard of that place.
Chris, I'm going to say, you have to go with your girlfriend.
Okay.
Please. Like, what emotion do you feel the most?
Do I feel them? Oh my god. Honestly, yearning. I feel like I feel yearning the most.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of like a
Yearning
daydreamer. Kind of like almost like a romantic. Like I romanticize not just people, but like cities and music and feelings. And I think a lot of that comes from touring a lot and just staring out the airplane window. And like, you know, like you get like super, for some reason, like I get really emotional on airplanes when I'm listening to music, because it's like I feel like I'm in a music video. So like, yeah, it's always like yearning for something more.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good answer.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not a good thing to always feel like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like almost like this gray type of like it's like good, but then it's not like bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Not, it's like right in the middle. Oh
Yeah.
wow, I've never gotten that answer right. What are the top 3 ways you deal with stress?
Oh my god.
Or top 1?
Top 1, I'd say that I've tried to start implementing a lot more of is taking breaks.
Like how often do you work on music right now?
I try to work even just a little bit every day, even if it's just like opening up Ableton and just messing around with new ideas. But I realized that like I've spent so much of my life grinding, and I think that was instilled on me from my immigrant parents.
Yes.
It was like always a thing that you always have to keep working hard, like
just work.
But yeah, more and more I'm realizing that I can't do my best work unless I have a clear mind, so it's taking a lot of breaks.
Right. And like, how are you implementing, like going on vacations and stuff, or like being like, I'm not gonna work, like I'm gonna work from 1 to 8 and that's it?
Oh yeah, the boundaries that I kind of set for myself is the moment I start feeling frustrated while I'm working on something, I go away.
Oh, that's
I go
good.
from the couch to my studio maybe 4 or 5 times,
Ah,
like in a
that's
day.
good. That's a good.
Yeah, just like trying not to force things and just like clearing my mind, watching YouTube or like playing video games or something like that. So.
Oh, do you play any video games?
I play Super Smash Brothers like a lot, like every day.
Wait. you should play with Keenan.
Wait, really?
He's like, he has like elite. With
Elite
like,
Smash?
He has
Okay.
elite with like 20 characters.
Okay, I'm not that good. I'm not that good, but
Who's your main character?
I play Sephiroth from Final
Sephiroth.
Fantasy.
Yeah, he's Keenan's really good with Little Mac.
Oh, Little Mac. Man,
yeah,
that's scary.
that's his best character.
Yeah, that's scary.
Whoa!
Yeah, I play with my girlfriend. We play online like
Aw,
every day. Yeah,
that's
like
so
she's
cute.
pretty good too.
I only play with Bowser. Bowser's my character.
I mean, he gets the job done.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
So.
yeah, he's really slow, but you know, for some
Yeah.
reason, he's very relatable.
Yeah.
Do you have any other hobbies outside of music?
Yeah, so I actually started throwing pottery recently.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I took that class in college. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's
Wow.
really like meditative, and the way I describe it to a lot of other people is that when I first started getting into music, there's a sense of like wonder once you start going down the rabbit hole and you start learning things and you start understanding how the art form works. And with pottery, I kind of discovered the same thing where once I make like the physical piece, I feel a sense of fulfillment that's really similar to like finishing a song.
Ah.
So yeah, and I have to thank my girlfriend for that because like she started a pottery class like last year. We got a wheel on our balcony now, and for like the last few months she had been like bothering me to like try it. So I was like, okay, sure. And then I found out that I'm not like that bad at it. So I just
Wow.
it's a lot of fun.
How many pieces have you made?
Like
What do you usually do? Like cups, bowls?
right. So
Like
I make
which-
candles. Mostly
You make
candles,
candles.
ashtrays, and like vases too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Vases are hard.
Yeah, not like big vases,
Oh,
but
okay.
like
I was
you know,
gonna
like
say,
probably like that.
Oh,
that
okay. I was
big.
gonna say like, wow, that's a skill.
Yeah, and I'm actually dropping a bunch of candles this week.
Wow.
As like a merch item. So.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And aside from that, it's literally like my life is just music, video games, and pottery.
Those are really good hobbies. Are you competitive?
Like in general.
Yeah, in general.
I would say so to a sense, yeah. I think if you are like in the music industry and you do want to be the type of artist to be like playing shows and getting yourself out there, then you do need a sense of competitiveness, right?
Oh yeah,
So,
of course.
yeah, I am. I follow what a lot of artists are doing, and I think to myself like, how can I do that better? In terms of like not even just music, but like merch and like marketing and all that. So.
Oh my god, yeah, that's like a whole other full-time job, the business side.
It really is. I didn't realize that until like I started really getting into it.
There was one point you had to balance both.
Yeah.
Yourself.
I mean, I still am actually. Like,
oh, okay.
I do like my own fulfillment for my merch. I shoot a lot of like
Whoa.
the merch stuff myself. I video edit like all the TikToks.
Are you
and
serious?
content. Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
how did like what type of advice could you give people that are like starting off and stuff that don't even know like what to do on the business side or anything like that?
I mean, it's really a learning experience. You just kind of have to do it.
Yeah,
I
just
guess.
do it.
You just have to do it.
Right.
And also like YouTube is such a source, like such a big source of education. And so like
YouTube school.
Yeah. So like if you ever need help on anything, of course you can go to other people who specialize in that, but also at the same time I feel like you can learn anything from the internet these days.
Right.
So
That's true. I am burning and I'm sweating, so if you just see me just like wiping my face, it's sweat. And I have no idea how Chris is wearing all black right now. All black right now.
I'm used to this.
Oh my god. How are you just
I-
looking at your outfit makes me just like sweat even more.
I also like don't really sweat that much either.
You
so,
don't.
no.
You don't. You're not sweating at all. I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
like dripping. Oh my god. I'm just like I'm not used to heat. I like Chicago winter.
Oh my god, I miss the winter time.
Yeah,
like
I
on
miss.
the East Coast.
Me too.
Like,
I miss the winter.
This is all really nice and all, but if it's
Yeah.
every day, then I just feel
all
like
the time, you
yeah,
can't
it just feels-
appreciate
yeah.
the sunshine. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh my. I've never really thought of that. My biggest pet peeve. I think it's honestly just like people missing out on details. I'm not gonna, you know, like if I ask, I don't want to like bring my manager into this.
Brett.
But Brett, I'm just kidding.
Brett.
But yeah, it's just like details. I'm like a very detail-oriented person,
Yes.
so I expect certain things to happen.
Yeah, I get that.
So, yeah.
What's your most watched movie?
Most watched movie. Honestly, it's Interstellar.
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's such a good. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
I could
love
never
that
get
film.
sick of
No,
that movie.
Me neither. Like it's a really long movie, but
it's so good.
it's so good. Like from
There's
the
so many details.
Yeah, the details of it.
Yeah.
The storytelling and the music is probably my favorite thing about it.
the
is
music.
Hans Zimmer composed it, and
Oh.
I love everything he does. So
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
to teleport.
I feel like that's a lot of DJ producer answers.
Yeah.
And it's usually the same reason. Why?
I mean, flying sucks. Like it really sucks. Like
Just so you could teleport to all your shows.
yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because
that
like
would be so cool.
there's so much dead time spent in airports and Ubers and waiting around.
Oh my god, commuting, yeah.
Yeah, like the commute to shows is just you lose entire days at a time.
Yeah, seriously.
Just to
And
play
I'm
for
just
an hour.
exhausted. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how you guys do it. Like traveling that much and like doing. Some people do like multiple shows a day.
Yeah.
In different cities.
Yeah.
I just like I don't understand how that's even possible.
I think the thing that helps me the most is just music. Like what I was saying earlier about how I kind of feel like I'm in a music video when I'm traveling. Like that.
It's like
that,
inspiration.
Yeah, it is. It's quite inspiring at times.
Aw.
So that is the one thing that helps me manage traveling.
Oh wait, should we like go? Are we close to that bridge?
There?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we could walk like down that.
We have like 10 more questions.
Sure.
Or we could walk the other. I mean, that's so cool though.
It's up to you, like whatever
We're,
you
like,
think is the best shot.
Look at this bridge.
It's my
It's so-
backyard.
It's so cool. I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, look how cool that is. And then we could take pictures there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. How and when did he find his sound as an artist?
Okay.
I think we like addressed this a little tiny bit.
A little bit. I feel like finding your sound is something that's always happening. I don't think there's ever a point where an artist is like, all right, this is the kind of music I'm going to be making forever. It's natural to like always want to grow and stuff. But like I mentioned before, I think it was over COVID was when I realized that I kind of want to stray away from the stuff that I had been making and go towards working on music that resonates with my roots, which is like house music stuff. So like it's kind of like that area of music that I feel like I found my current sound at.
What's your favorite plugin?
My favorite plugin? It's a plugin developed by Data Life called Endless Smile.
Endless Smile.
Yeah, and what it basically does is that it kind of it's like a build-up tool where in the sense that if I have some snares going, it'll make it sound a lot bigger, it'll add a lot of tension. And the plugin kind of combines like 5 different techniques that you would otherwise have to do individually, so it just makes it a lot easier to just compartmentalize that.
Interesting. Dude, music production's so I don't know how you guys
It's crazy. It's
how do you listen to one tiny little detail like 100 different times?
That's
like,
so funny.
And 100 different variations of, you know
right,
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like when you're working on music, it's kind of like it's your baby, so you want to put as much love and care into it. So
what's the longest amount of time you put into one song?
There are actually a couple songs on my album that took like 2 years to complete, and it went through like like 7,
Which
8,
ones?
9 changes.
songs?
There's a song called Sleepless on there, which sounds completely different from what it did when I first started it. Like I started the song with Kids Waste back in 2019, like early 2019, and I didn't finish it until like November of last year.
Oh wow.
Just cause like I wasn't really like feeling it, you know, like you know when a song is done, and I just didn't feel like it was done, so I kept trying all these kinds of different things, and there were like 7, 8, 9, 10 different versions of it until I finally decided that the ones on the album is the one. So
how do you feel about, you know how there's people that release in albums because like the story and stuff,
yeah,
but like the business side, like the whole business side with like different artists and and everyone, like they say that you should do singles.
Yeah.
Like that's how you get like the most exposure and stuff like that. Like
That's
what
true.
do you think about that, like different opinion?
I think the idea of that has changed over the last, honestly, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of music these days are driven towards singles.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because of short-term or just like short-term content.
Saturated.
Yeah.
I mean, how much music comes out on a weekly
Yeah,
basis?
exactly. And like people's attention spans are shrinking.
Yeah.
So if you can make a big impact in a short amount of time, that's probably the most important thing as of right now. So yeah, there were times when I was making the album where I was like, you know, I could just put out one song for the next 2 years. But like you said, it's about telling a story, and that's kind of what my goal was with the album.
Is that your approach from now on? Like you're gonna do like a lot more albums and stuff, or
No.
Like what's your,
No,
like
after
what's your like plan for the future?
Yeah, no, like after this album, I feel like I did the album.
Yeah,
so
you did the album.
Right now, I kind of feel like I'm free in a sense to do
Yeah.
whatever I want. So I am gonna gear more towards singles and stuff like that.
Nice.
Just so that every song has the attention it deserves, because when you're releasing albums, I do feel like there are a couple songs on there that people just like don't even know about because they only listen to the singles.
Yeah.
So I do want my music in the future to kind of have the individual attention that it deserves.
Yeah. What, like, if you could collab with any artist right now, who would it be?
Fred
Like,
again.
And I keep hearing Fred again, like
Yeah.
all, like it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
his name just kind of like appeared everywhere
Mhm.
in such a short time.
Yeah. I mean, like, he already had proved himself as a producer because he's done stuff for, like, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, like, all those guys.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, over quarantine, I feel like it was, like, a perfect time and perfect place over quarantine where people were craving the outside world, and his first album kind of geared towards that mood where, like, you know, the song We've Lost Dancing, that was such a perfect song for COVID because we all did lose dancing. So I think it was like a perfect time, perfect place for him to, yeah. So yeah, I also just like love his music.
Yeah,
so
he's
much.
so talented.
So talented.
What's the best piece of music production advice you've ever received?
Okay, yeah. So the best piece of music advice I've ever received is to not be afraid of deleting portions of your song to kind of figure out what actually shines in your production. So like I have an issue with like layering stuff so much to the point where it's like really crowded.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
How do you know which layer to delete?
That's the thing. You just start deleting stuff. Like it doesn't even matter.
Oh,
like,
you just start deleting things.
Yeah, like even on the album, there's one song that I was having trouble with. It's Never Easy with Trace. It felt super crowded, but then like my girlfriend suggested, she was like, why don't you just delete the entire melody, like the whole thing that actually glues the song together? And I was like really hesitant at first, but then I deleted it and I was like, wait a second, this is like super inspiring because now I can focus on the bass and the drums, which have now been like, you know, pulled out of being overcrowded.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think deleting stuff and not being super committed to what you're working on is important.
Oh, that's really good advice.
Yeah.
Favorite childhood memory?
It's definitely traveling.
Aww.
And like there's this one particular memory where my parents brought me to Bali, Indonesia, which is literally
Oh my
like,
god, that's so nice.
yeah, we were living in Indonesia at the time, so it was like really easy to get to anyways. But there was a library in the hotel that had some iMacs, and they had GarageBand on it. And I was like in 7th grade at the time, and I didn't realize or know that you could like make music on computers. So I started messing around with GarageBand, and I just like got obsessed. And I did not want to leave the hotel.
In 7th grade?
Yeah. So like I thought it was just so cool that you can piece different parts of songs together to like create something new.
Wow.
So that's definitely a fond memory.
Aw, I love how your favorite childhood memory is music related.
That's all I like think about, honestly.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Aw, oh, we're on this bridge, by the way. It's
Fishing
beautiful,
pier.
and it's like refreshing. It's windy, so
Not
it's
as
like
hot.
It's not as hot, which is
Yeah.
really nice. So this
Yeah.
is good. This is nice. What's your like most favorite city you've played in?
San Francisco.
San Fran.
Yeah, for some reason, that's where like my biggest fan base is. I don't even know why. Like, I don't really have a connection to San Francisco.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but
I thought there's a moment where I thought you were from the Bay Area.
yeah, a lot of people think that.
Yeah, cause you're. Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess just like people over there just kind of resonate with my music the most, and I don't know why, but
Someone got a fish.
go off.
Someone got a fish. That's so cool. Wow, I've never caught a fish before. Have you gone fishing?
I have, yeah.
Oh, I've never, like, I got so sad that I would never catch a fish that they literally attached a dead fish to my fishing rod, and I didn't find out until like literally within the last 5 years.
Oh my god.
Like, that's so sad.
They did you dirty.
They did me dirty. I mean, I was happy at the time, but you don't trick kids like
yeah.
that. Okay. What's your biggest fear?
Oh my gosh. That's like a super loaded question. I don't even know how to
It could be like
answer that.
spiders.
Okay.
You know?
It doesn't have to be like deep.
No,
like,
I mean, it could if you
mean, it
want
could.
to. If you have like a biggest fear that.
I mean,
you
like,
know?
I'd say like a big fear of mine, but also at the same time, I'm super fascinated by it, is like the deep sea. Like, humans they only know like what,
Yeah.
3% of what's
Less-
actually happening.
Yeah, like less than 3%.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Ocean.
Yeah.
Like, how is that even possible?
It's crazy. It's just like a whole different world down there, and I think like the creatures, like the jellyfish and the fish with the lights and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
or
that's
like
so
the
fascinating.
100-foot squid.
Yeah,
giants.
yeah.
That's like, it's insane.
Yeah, I've always been like fascinated by it, but
Yeah.
also it's super scary to me.
Like, if you could be a mermaid, would you?
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't?
No.
I would do it.
Really?
If you could be a mermaid, you wouldn't take advantage of it?
I feel like you'd be eaten by like a shark or something.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, also turbulence scares me so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I get like this sinking feeling in my stomach whenever there's turbulence. Like, I hate roller coasters, and it's like the same deal.
Oh.
So turbulence freaks me out as much as I fly, but it still scares me.
What are the top 3 goals on your bucket list?
Honestly, it's to play Coachella as Manila Killa. That's definitely one.
I can see that.
And I think another is to perform in the Philippines again, because it's been like so long ever since I did that. And
Is it closed?
I think it's like super sketchy right now. Like, COVID's still like pretty bad there.
I see.
But yeah, the last time I played there was like years ago, and that was the first time that my dad got to see me perform. And like, I would love to like show him my updated show.
Aww.
So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And third goal. I can't really think of one. Honestly, it's just to be able to continue creating music.
Aww.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's really it, for as long as I can.
Best piece of advice you've ever received?
Just like in general.
Just in general. Just life advice.
Life advice. So, I took like a Buddhism class years and years ago.
Whoa.
To learn more about mindfulness and all that, because it was something that like I kind of thought about myself but never really had any formal direction in. And I think the best piece of advice that I got from it is to not let intrusive thoughts consume you. Like, intrusive thoughts will always come and go, but you kind of have to pretend that you're an oak tree and you know there's wind and rains, but if you just stay strong, then you're just going to be able to get through anything. So that's something I still struggle with, but I think that's like a really important piece of advice that people can learn from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last question, what's next for Manila Killa?
A break, first of all.
You need one.
Yeah.
You literally just came out with an album.
Yeah,
so.
COVID happened,
Yeah.
the album
What are you gonna
process.
do? Just a lot of Super Smash Bros? Travel?
Yes, well, not so much traveling, more so like trying to relax, but at the same time, like I'm so ready to just get going on the next thing, whether that be singles or like an EP or...
Oh. Someone's rocking
I'm gonna
out.
sample that.
How cool would it be if someone was just playing like your music?
That'd
be so cool.
That's actually happened once. I got into
That's
an
so cool.
Uber and
Really?
my song was playing.
That's so cool.
I was like, oh my god, that's my song. And the Uber driver was like, oh, you're Manila Killa. My girlfriend loves you. I was like, that's sick.
Dude, that's so sick. That's
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, Chris, thank you so much for doing this interview.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys. Woo. My arm. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.